This is going to be absolutely extraordinary. We are so excited to share with you what we received from VEGO Garden. They sent us out some beautiful raised beds. And I'm excited to share this with you because so many of you have asked for this. And now we are bringing it, courtesy of VEGO Gardens. You also, a big thank you to them for sending us out these raised beds to share this with you, especially those of you who struggle with raised bed gardening. So y'all, we're going to get right into putting the raised beds together. They sent us 4 of them, and this is what they are gonna look like when they are done. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? Look at those raised beds, you all. So we're going to talk more about these once Mr. H finishes getting them all put together.
Yes.
But just as a start, just look at these beautiful beds. And we're going to be showing you what we're going to be doing with them as well. So this is a big shout out to all of our viewers who said, Mrs. H, I cannot do all that bending. What do you suggest?
Yeah.
We're about to show you.
Oh, wow. Look at this. My. Let me setting up one earlier. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the plastic off.
And I'm going to jump in and help.
So we get right in the swing of things.
Yes, too. You want to make sure you take the plastic off. There's plastic on both sides of this. So you want to make sure before you start doing anything, you pull all the plastic off all of these components. All right, so we're going to go over all of these components, okay? You have your panels. You saw us taking the plastic off. So you do have all of your panels. The plastic is now off of all of the panels. Mr. H has the bag of screws here. That's a nice big bag of screws. And I think they even put in a few extras just to make sure that we don't run out. Right, Mr. H?
Yes. And on the screws for the first 2 top rows, this bolt right here, this lock nut is going to go in on the first 2 top rows.
Okay.
But I will have to interchange some of them for the rod.
Okay.
And then I just move it down. So
okay.
So what I'm doing, I'm putting the wall up.
Okay, he's putting the wall panels together.
4 on each side.
4 on each side. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and then we have the rods here. Miss H, you'll grab that rod, those rods.
Yeah.
These are the rods that just kind of make sure that, you know, you help to stabilize the garden bed. Once you fill it, you don't want it bulging out on the side. So those rods help to stabilize.
Yes, you got long, well, you got shorter rods in case if you want to make the bed.
The different configuration, yeah.
But the longer rods are going to go, that's what I'm going to use
because this is the one that we're doing right here.
Yes.
So we need the longer rods.
Yes.
Okay, and then you have that black that goes around the top.
Yes.
And that just helps you to protect your hands and not cut your hands and all of that when you are working in the garden bed.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the different configurations. Again, you can choose what configurations you want, right, for your garden bed. 4 different ways to put this kit, right? Or wait a minute. I guess it just depends. One is a 6-way kit. The other one is a 9 and 10-way kit. All right. So the configuration that we're doing is the 2.5 foot wide. And then, of course, the 6 feet. Is it 6 or 8 feet long, babe? It might be 8.
Look like it's 8 feet.
Yeah. So this is what Mr. H was talking about here, where for the top rows, you have to put these lock nuts in. And then afterwards, it's just regular nuts and bolts, okay? But here are the rods. And those rods go in, okay, guineas, to help stabilize so that this does not bulge out once we start to fill it, okay? And here is that rubber I was telling you about, it showing you earlier. It goes on the top here. And this just, as you're working on the garden beds, you want to make sure your hands are protected against the metal because you don't want to accidentally cut yourself, okay? So these wall panels here, the side walls is what Mr. H is working with over there right now. And this is what we're putting together. So we have 4 of these to get together, you all. And then we're going to come back because we got to show you how we're going to go about filling up these beds as well. So we're going to go ahead and continue with getting them put together. You ready, Mr. H?
Yes.
Let's do this?
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready.
Now we're going to put this rubber guard around the top part of the raised bed to make sure we don't hurt ourselves while working in the raised bed garden. Now we have all 4 of the raised beds completed. There's the last one right there. We just finished it. Had to move it to the shade because it's getting hot. So let's go ahead now and get these beautiful, beautiful VEGO raised garden beds into place.
How's that? Beautiful. Raised beds for great growing, nice crops, start out fresh, no pests, very nice, durable, beautiful raised beds. They're nice and tall. You can grow root crops, carrots. You can grow all kind of different root crops in these raised beds. And they're solid too. Very durable. They have the bracings in the middle right here. So when you do put your compost and all of your stuff that you need in here, it's gonna hold it solid. It has this beautiful black lining so you won't cut yourself. So these raised beds right here, oh man, they nice. So what we gonna do, Mrs. H gonna put me to work. She gonna have me to fill these things up with all kind of stuff that she wants. Hopefully she don't change it out like 9 times. Hopefully she just make her decision once.
At least 3.
Light work of these nice, beautiful raised beds. And what's the name of the company, honey?
VEGO Garden.
VEGO Garden. Thank you very much for
Thank
these
you
raised
for
beds.
these beautiful raised beds. They are
nice.
beautiful.
Nice and tall.
They are. We love them. No serious bending.
Yeah, so basically, you know, you can work these like this. Look at this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, the only thing that we got to do next is start getting them filled in. So let's get to that, y'all.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to it. Right, y'all, we got the raised beds all put together. Nice, beautiful raised bed. Nice color. I like the color on these raised beds.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, kind of match, you know, nature, you know, when everything get green or whatever, got the right color.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna fill the raised beds up with logs that's kind of like chipped away a little bit, you know, that's been sitting. So it's gonna break down. So we're gonna fill them up with that, and then we're gonna add more layers of different things.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started on that.
And I need my gloves on too. The logs, once you put the logs in, some of the logs are already busted up from an old rotten tree, but the whole logs, once you put them in, they act as a sponge because they hold moisture.
Yes.
So that'll help to keep the beds moist, even when it's really, really hot. Hopefully the moisture in those logs will help to keep the entire beds moist. So we're going to be putting a lot of logs in this bed to start. We're only going to start with the first bed because we have to collect more logs to finish the others. So we've collected, I think, enough for maybe one bed, maybe, or maybe two.
I think we collected enough for probably 1.5, but
1.5.
yeah, but we're not gonna fill them all the way up with logs.
No, just on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then, of course, once you put your logs in, then we're gonna put in the smaller sticks and twigs and all of that that's gonna go on top of the other logs. So we're gonna take you with us as we layer this up. So Miss H is gonna grab the logs and we're gonna get to it.
Yes, we're finna get to rolling with it. You okay?
Oh wow. This one. Golly. Are we gonna be able to
You want it facing down like that?
yeah, that one I do. Put this one on. That's gonna be sticking up.
Oh, it'll be okay.
We're gonna have to break this in half because of the way it's shaped.
Okay.
Turn all of these down. Well, it's okay, you don't know. So do you think what do you think? We need to leave some
Don't put them in there.
Well, I wanted to position them to make sure all of the bed was going to get moisture.
Okay, so.
But this is fine. Put the big logs in. Ugh. One thing I forgot to mention about this is that underneath the wood chips that's on the ground, we have a nice thick layer of cardboard. So that's why we didn't put cardboard under here. But we are going to probably add additional cardboard, but we do have cardboard already. We do have cardboard already underneath. I don't know what's going on with Grizzly and Polar. But there's cardboard underneath, so that's why we didn't put none under here. So now we're just putting the logs on, and we're going to put some smaller twigs in here now, and then we're going to fill it up with our next layer. How we looking? Oh wow, that's a nice log we Mr. H found.
Huh?
Look at there.
Yeah.
So we piling them in.
Packing them in.
Oops, packing them in there. I like, Mr. H, I like.
You like how I'm setting it in there?
I do.
And we want to capture enough moisture.
That's right.
So when we put the wood chips in, it's going to fill in the gaps. We should be good.
We should be great. Man, we get the logs in. Woohoo! This is awesome. Miss H hooking it up.
Yeah.
Good job, Miss H.
Thanks. Okay, now what we're gonna do next to the VEGO garden raised bed, which is these are beautiful raised beds. I mean, they're on point like icicles. I mean, the color, the lining, the different bars that they have in here, even the screws are so shiny and silver. I mean, these are beautiful raised beds. It looks good on the garden. It looks very good. I love these. They're on point like icicles. They are. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna add the American countryside topsoil. Fill the top up, and we're gonna add 7 bags of this topsoil. And we're gonna mix it in with 2.5 5-gallon buckets of peat moss, 2.5 5 gallons of perlite. We're gonna mix all these in, and this is our formula that we use here on Homestead Heart. You can do the math depending on what size your container is. You can just add it up. This is what we're doing right here. So you want to make sure that you have a balance of each one of these ingredients. Topsoil right here, very inexpensive but dark and rich. Look at this. Look at that. Nice and rich and dark. This is what we're doing. You ready, Mrs. H? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're mixing it on up, y'all. I do the lifting and you do the mixing. Okay. Let's do it like that. This is they making snow angels out here. This beautiful VEGO raised bed. This is a nice raised bed. Man, I tell you, growing your own groceries never looked so good. This is nice. So you ready to mix it up? Let's mix it up, baby. Okay, so now we got that finished. Our next step is to add 2 to 3 inches of compost of your choosing. It could be chicken manure, it could be cow manure, any kind of compost you choose. And you mix it in at the top 2 to 3 inches of your bed. And then you'll be ready to plant. It'll be good to go. What I'm gonna do next, the next and final step that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add the azurite minerals. Azurite minerals, I'm gonna eyeball it and just spread it around like so. And we're gonna mix it in. Azurite is gonna help feed the root system, the minerals. So, you know, intake the minerals into the plant, and then you get the fruit and you will get minerals in your fruit. So you have a nice and healthy crop that'll help give you the minerals that you need. So we putting that in here. Mixing it in pretty good, me and Mrs. H. Mixing it on in there. One more last thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna add some mulch to go over the top layer of the bed so it can hold in moisture. So this is going to protect the top layer of the soil. It's going to hold in a lot of moisture where the bed won't just dry all the way out. That's it, y'all. You gonna grab a little bit more? Okay. All right. Hey, that's it. That's it. VEGO garden raised beds. Looking good, huh? Looking very good.
It has been several months since the filming of the last segment of this video. And I have to admit, I have really missed talking to you all like so very much. Oh, this is a bed full of ants already, but we do have some worms in here. We do have plenty of worms, but we got plenty of ants too. So the beds are now, where's my little scoop? So the garden beds have been absolutely flourishing. I mean, they are looking absolutely wonderful. And I have been harvesting so much from these beds, and so many different plants are still growing in these beds. I have lemon balm, I have ginger, I still have some broccoli there. I have eggplant and chamomile and, oh my goodness, thyme, time, right? All of the things that we started are just looking absolutely phenomenal. So, what I'm getting ready to do now, since this bed is done for, I still have some leeks in this bed. The American flag leek, I started some of those seeds, but also this giant leek that I was hoping I could grow. It's not looking good, but we will see what happens there. But I'm getting ready to plant this beautiful, beautiful basket here of strawberries. And I want to say a big thank you to Marsha over at It's a Better Choice. Listen, you all, through everything I have been going through, she has been so kind to me, right along with so many of you who were reaching out to me and emailing and calling and all of that. And so many of you were reaching out to people that knew me personally, and they were letting me know that, hey, are you all right? What do you need? And so I just want to say thank you all so very much for your kindness, for your prayers, for everything. This has been a long journey. This is now June, and I went through my procedure the first day of March, I want to say it was, something like that, but it's June now. It's been 3 months ago, and the healing has been very slow, very painful. But I think I am just about on the other side of it all. So I'm feeling so much better, you all. So I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who was thinking about me enough to call, to send messages and emails and leave comments and all of that. Everybody who did that for me, I appreciate that so much, because those things really did help me. And Marsha came by, she brought me flowers, she sat with me one day, and we had tea, and we sat and we talked, and things like that. That really helped me. That really made me feel so very good. But she brought me these, and I'm gonna tell you, this was amazing, because when all I could do was come out and sit on my back patio and just sit in the chair, I couldn't do anything. These strawberries were sitting there growing, and I could just literally pick off a strawberry and just eat one. I didn't have to go out and do anything. This basket was sitting right there for me. And how could I not pick them and not think about her and her kindness, and how her kind words really made a difference in helping me to get through what I was going through, right? So, Marsha, I want to say thank you. First and foremost, I appreciate you so very much. All right, y'all, let me go ahead and get this planted in the raised beds. The raised beds have been doing amazing. I'm going to go ahead and get these in spite of the ants. I don't want them eating on my berries. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to run them out of here, because they don't like to hang out when it's a lot of moisture in the bed. Oh, it's so many worms in this bed. And you all saw how we filled these beds at the beginning. And I got to tell you, like, it's full of roly-polies and everything. Now, roly-polies can be good and roly-polies can be bad. And they can definitely be not so good when it comes to your strawberries. So I do have a solution for that. But right now I'm going to take this beautiful plant out of this basket that she brought for me. And because it is root bound, you know, and I know this plant wants to continue to grow and put out runners and all of that. So I'm going to give it a home. I'm going to loosen the roots on the bottom a little bit to just let them know that they can go a little further. If they like, just kind of fill them up a little bit, not too much, because I don't want to stop them from producing fruit. Because I've been getting little berries off of this bush for a very long time. So I'm going to just sit this down in the hole here. Oh, look at that. Perfect. I'm going to just pull the soil back around it and put that in like so, like that. I'm not going to cover up the top parts of this because I don't want to bury the top part of the plant. But I'm just going to tuck it back in nicely, like so, like that. And I'm going to give it a drink of water. Make sure this water is not hot coming out of this faucet. I think it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's hot. But I do have chamomile out here. I've been harvesting chamomile. Excuse me. I've been harvesting chamomile flowers and making me some homemade chamomile tea. And all of these herbs out here, my lemon balm, I've been making lemon balm tea. And so having this little garden here right at the house when I couldn't go out into the garden and I wonder if he's still on my head. But anyway, having this little herb garden here where I could come out and harvest some chamomile. I had lettuce growing out here and the blueberry plants are back there, the blueberry bushes, and I haven't planted them yet, but I'm going to. But they were just in the little 1-gallon pot, but they're still producing beautiful blueberries that I have been enjoying almost on a daily basis. So you all, the raised beds, the VEGO raised beds, these are some lovely raised beds. And again, thank you so much to VEGO for sending out these raised beds. And this is perfect if you don't want to be bending over and all of that. And this has been perfect for me because also I started suffering from sciatica, and this has been perfect right here because I didn't have to do any bending and all of that for the taller beds to do any harvesting. So this is awesome right here. So for all of you who wanted to know, how can we do this gardening thing? You know, I'm limited here and I'm limited there. You see me and I'm doing very little bending. And even if you had like a little mobile scooter or something, this is perfect to be on a mobile scooter and you can go around the entire bed depending on the placement of them in your space. I'm going to make sure I soak these in very good in the area around it as well because I want them to start traveling and reaching. And I know I'm going to have to cover this with some bird netting to keep the birds off the berries because they try to get to the blueberries, but the cats won't let them. The cat's keeping them away from my blueberries. Oh, but this is such a beautiful thing here, and I'm hoping to be able to keep this plant alive. I'm going to add some fertilizer to it. I have some cottonseed meal that I'm going to put around this plant in hopes that it would help to give it a little boost since I've transplanted it. And it was dry when I took it out of the pot. I had not watered it. It was dry, so it didn't even realize it was being taken out of the pot. But now it just has more room to grow and develop some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful strawberries. All right, I think that's good. Perfect. Perfect. So that's it. As you can see, the VEGO garden beds are doing absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to take this and plant something else in it to put on the back patio. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I love this basket. So I'm definitely going to be putting this on the back porch and put something in it. Who knows? I may take one of the little strawberry runners and pop it in there and see what happens, right? And I also have some calendula. I think I'm going to do that too. The beauty about these raised beds is that once you pull something out, you can easily, quickly get something in here, and it don't take a whole lot either. So I think what I'm going to put on this side is my favorite, and on this side as well. But this video is long enough, so y'all, that's going to do it for the video. Again, thank y'all so much for the love and the support. I really appreciate each and every one of you. May God continue to bless each and every one of you as well, because he has surely been good to me. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings, and I will see you in the very next video. Now let's get this planted here. It felt so good to say that again.